Hey guys, Tommy Dalt coming at you with Nine Figure Mindset written by Brandon Dawson. Excellent book. Today we are going to be reading the introduction. Wrote this book for you, the dreamers who fully understand that you have the power to create the life you want, no matter what circumstances. The ones who are dreaming big and going against the status quo, who are willing to fail in order to make your dreams come true, the ones who never ever settle. Let me, high school graduate with a 2.4 GPA, who sat on a tractor in his parents' walnut orchard and dreamed of owning his own business one day, be a living testament to you. Wherever you find yourself in your entrepreneurial journey, I've started, scaled, grown multiple companies, creating financial abundance for myself and everyone else in the organization. Just to give one example, in 2004, I created Audigy Group, a management company that provided 360-degree consulting and operational services to small businesses in the hearing services industry. 2016, I went on to sell that company, a company self-funded for an astonishing $151 million, 77 times EBITDA, which stands for earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. It's one of the highest values ever paid for a private company. One of the best days of my life. It was the day I sent out $35 million to my team and customers who had been part of helping me grow and scale the business. After it was sold, the business, the same strategies and methodology I used to grow a business, we were able to grow from $1 billion to $4.5 billion in 36 months. Then I turned my attention to working with a legendary sales genius to co-create a multi-billion-dollar company that serves small businesses just like you. Through several lifetimes worth of experience, partners, customers, mentors, employees, trusted advisors, and business business acquisitions, along with the ability to learn how to embrace and struggle and completely shift my mindset, I was then and only then able to change the entire trajectory of my life. I want to help you change or accelerate yours. In the pages that follow, I'm going to give you no nonsense business practices and advice that you can implement and execute today to help you not only transform your business, but all areas of your life. You'll read real and raw stories about my journey, highs and the lows, plus the journey of other business owners just like you, who I've partnered with or helped in recent years to illustrate how these key principles work when applied. As you will see, many have transformed their businesses. I want you to skip all the mistakes I've made, and you can learn from leverage both the success and failures of your journey. It is my belief that from our greatest failures comes the potential for incredible opportunity. Through stepping back for a moment, allowing ourselves the luxury, no, the necessity of rewiring our brains and learning how to move forward, creating success with great intentionality. First thing you need to know is success isn't easy. There's 31.5 million small to mid-sized businesses in the United States. According to national statistics, 97% of them, percent of new companies will fail within the first 10 years. Being a small business owner who's built a career working with other small businesses, I have made it my personal passion to prevent perfectly good businesses that provide great products or services to customers, from failing simply because the owners don't know how business growth works. This raises some questions. Why do so many businesses succeed while others fail? What do successful business owners know that others don't know? I think there are several answers to these questions, and all are addressed in this book. But for the moment, let's look at the underlying dynamic that takes place in the hearts and minds of the business owners I have known, and I've known thousands of them. Understanding these dynamics, even superficially at first, will prepare you to read this book with greater focus and insight. First is the question of whom you listen to. I have a dear friend and I have a dear mentors. On rare occasion, a close mentor becomes a close friend, but the two relationships are not the same thing. A friend loves us for who we are, warts and all. A mentor sees who we can become and helps us get there. A mentor may or may not love you, though they will probably at least like you. The biggest mistake you can make is to listen to friends, family members, loved ones, professors, business brokers, lawyers, accountants, and all the people who want to offer you advice but haven't actually done what you're trying to do. The fastest way to succeed is to find the closest example of what you want to accomplish and model yourself after the person who have achieved it. So, who is a mentor? A mentor is someone who has what you want, who is the kind of person you like to be, and who has done the kind of thing you want to do. The last part of the sentence should be your guide. Listen to people who have done what you want to do. The reason I am calling this book a business biography is that I have done what you want to do. The purpose of it is to show you how my life as an entrepreneur unfolded, including the mistakes I've made and the lessons I've learned. There will be chapters devoted to specific lessons and plenty of examples of other entrepreneurs throughout leaders. Oh, I screwed that up. Oh, and thought leaders who have either transformed my life or I theirs. But I feel as though I've led the kind of life that has the potential to be instructive to others who want to be successful business owners and leaders. Born to humble working parents who divorced when I was young, I found myself spending more time in my mom and the man who became my stepdad. He was a true entrepreneur and was trying to build Starkey, a manufacturer of hearing aids. Suddenly, during my long stay with them at a relatively young age, I was thrust into the chaotic and often downright crazy life of a startup with world-class ambitions. I joined the family business, only to leave it later, strike out on my own. As a young man, I was equally confident and frightened out in the world. The hardships I've overcome, the lessons I've learned from the extended family and family I started as well, form the backdrop against I became who I am today. That person is someone who has felt the pain of not knowing where to turn, turning away, turning anyway, living with the consequences of my decisions, learning how to avoid making the same mistakes again. Along the way, I had the great fortune to realize that the biggest hurdles to my happiness in life were the things I didn't know I didn't know. I had the presence of mind and maybe just the desperation to apprentice myself to some extraordinary mentors who helped me reprogram my brain to replace fear and judgment with confidence and honesty. Now I feel it is my duty to pass along my learning to you, the present and future generations of brave founders, entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders. Is there anything in that brief outline of my career that doesn't sound like something you'd like to achieve? Minus some of the mistakes, of course. Well, that's why I wrote this book, so you don't have to make the same mistakes I and so many others have made on a continue to make. Second is the question, how big you are thinking. Something I learned from one of my greatest mentors and now a friend, business partner in Cardone Ventures, Grant Cardone, is that most of us sell ourselves woefully short. Even those of us who think pretty highly of ourselves fall victim to underselling how far we can go. I have done years of homework and spent millions assessing the opportunities that would enable me to create unbelievable value by collaborating with entrepreneurs to change how businesses are run. I built Audigy Group with the intention of proving that if without anybody else's money, I could figure out how to help business owners in the audiology space create massive value. I could do the same thing for hundreds of industries. This is what guided my hiring of research consultants to look at thousands of industries and analyze test cases of reverse consolidation, the model for Audigy Group you'll read about in a later chapter. After I sold Audigy for one of the highest values ever paid for a business, I had to stay on for 3 more years, part of the purchase price. I put my head down 36 months later with an amazing team of leaders. We had turned $1 billion company into a $4 billion company. And then I was done. I found myself playing golf all the time and getting fat from too much going out to dinner. I earned everything I wanted in life, but I suddenly felt miserable because the exact moment when I discovered my passion and zone of genius, I had no way to express it. I also felt fear of losing what I had earned. Fear is a powerful demotivator for many business owners, and it was for me. Did I really have the courage to take the single industry model I have perfected to hundreds and others in the industry, how would I do it? My friend and mentor John Maxwell taught me the profound truth that making other people successful was the leader's responsibility. Later, when my wife Natalie introduced me to Grant's 10x rule, the only difference between success and failure, I knew I had to take renewed action and put my talents to use, helping an even larger number of other people. When I first met Grant a few years ago, he said something to me that is now part of every thought, interaction, and action I take in my life. Whatever you're thinking, Brandon, 10x that. Grant also taught me that success is your duty, obligation, and responsibility. I have thought about John's and Grant's words every day since. I've made it a major theme in my life of this book to reflect my determination, commitment, and duty, maximize my ability to the greater service of helping others take action in the pursuit of their dreams, goals, as much as I possibly can. At the core, the 10x concepts exist to remind us all that we should always be thinking bigger and increasing our activity 10 times more than we currently are. But in order to feel like we're worthy of those 10x dreams, we must first believe we are worthy of receiving them. And this introduces the next question. Third is the question of what kind of mindset successful business owners need to cultivate as a thought their lives depend on it, which to large degree they do. You can have all the technical expertise in the world and the energy to match it, but unless you have a mindset that has been freed of self-limiting and self-sabotaging thoughts and feelings, and unless you can teach and coach your employees to be free of these as well, you will never achieve your goals, dreams. That may sound harsh, but it's the truth. One of my most significant mentors, Story Musgrave, reinforced the power of belief through his own personal story. When I look at the totality of his career, from dropping out of high school to being the only person to fly aboard all 5 space shuttles, he influenced me to think bigger, do more, and have more courage. Story was instrumental in guiding me on how to build our operational platform to serve small business owners by connecting a mission control to the help guide and assist them in their pursuit of excellence and value creation in the delivery of their products and services. Perhaps the biggest struggle I've witnessed in the thousands of employees and business owners over the years is the ability to move through self-limiting beliefs to find the resilience and tool that allow me to create the money and the life and business they desire. Everything begins with mindset. Take a moment to ask yourself, are you living in a rich mindset or a poor mindset? If you want to grow personally, professionally, and financially, you have to align with people and ways of thinking that support a rich mindset. But before you can attract the kind of people to your project who can help you, you must take 100% of the accountability for your success. Only by looking into your own heart and mind and being clear on who you are and what your goals are can you build an organization of like-minded contributors. Fourth is the question of who you bring along with you in your journey of success. Man, nothing is less productive and self-defeating than thinking you can do it all. It's a cliche that great entrepreneurs are not stubborn individuals, but savvy collaborators who understand what they're good at and what they need to help with. But you'd be amazed how many entrepreneurs still mess up when it comes to collaboration. In this book, you will learn how to collaborate by building a business in which everyone wins. You'll learn how to leverage the talents and goals of others, both your customers and your employees, so that everyone is working towards the same goal, vision board of the same values and mission. The reason I called this book 9-Figure Mindset, because I know that your success starts between your ears. And I started thinking about millions of small business owners out there, recalling the 97% of them that fail within 10 years. I realized I wasn't executing my duty on the golf course. Recognized my duty was to help as many of those millions of small business owners as possible could to adjust their mindset and succeed rather than fail. Success is the legacy you will leave to all who will cross your path, all those whose lives you have improved along the way. All of us want to leave a legacy for the future generations. A legacy not only paint a clear picture of the future you hope to see, but also establishes your priorities in the present. As a scaling and turnaround expert who has passion for helping business owners and their teams amplify their vision, impact through belief, strategy, execution, and leadership by building team alignment, I'm compelled now more than ever to share wisdom, insights, and perspectives to help others build their confidence through results. My mission is to teach you how to fight for your vision and purpose, set yourself and everyone else around you up to change your mind, change your life, and learn how to achieve your personal, professional, and financial goals. That will be my legacy, the entrepreneurs. And it is a legacy I'm already putting in place through my work. In this book, you'll have the opportunity to hear from some of the small business owners I've worked with to help them transform their companies and their lives by implementing the principles discussed in this book. This book is not only for you, the founder, the entrepreneur, the business owner, the leader, but also for your families and your teams. They are the ones who will go on the journey with you through the best of times and the worst of times. I guarantee you with 100% certainty that you're going to experience personal, professional, and possibly financial fear, anxiety, stress, frustration, and even possibly failure in the growth process. It's my intention to aspire to fight your way through it. That's going to be hard on you, but it's also going to be a big toll on your family and team. I can absolutely guarantee this. But I also guarantee with confidence that you can get on the other side of the struggle. Your life and the lives of people around you will be changed forever. You will have the ability and mindset to lead not only yourself, but also others through every challenge, through whatever abyss stands between where you are now and where your true potential for impact success. Know that if you give up, those around you will also give up. And that if you develop true resilience and resourcefulness, those around you will discover the same qualities in themselves. Like attracts like. Birds of a feather flock together. They are cliches, but all cliches have an element of truth in them. I want to open this book with the same challenges to you that I will close the book with. Ask yourself, do I have the resilience and dedication to meet the obligation of success, to be the example to others? Am I willing to challenge myself at all costs to follow my dreams through whatever craziness it throws my way? I hope the answer is yes, and that you will come to see that maybe you have undersold yourself to yourself regarding your capabilities. Whether or not you already own a business, I hope you realize that inkling you felt that you should want more and want to be more is the reason you opened this book in the first place. How do I know this? Because a dear reader, I was once in exactly the same place you are. Let's dig in.